Have you struggled to find the time to write consistently? Today, I'm going to give you my secret weapon for writing books quickly. It's scientific and it's spiritual. So one way or another, you're going to see the power of this tactic. And that's why I call it my secret weapon. And stay with me to the end and I'll reveal how you can get a free call with me to help you implement this strategy for yourself. So listen it up to make sure it's something that you can use in your life. I know it is. My name is Fortune. I'm a self-publishing strategist for established coaches and consultants who want to write a book and use that book to grow their business. I've created a proprietary method of getting your book out of your head in less than 4 hours using a phone and a few websites. In this video, I'm going to give you my secret weapon for writing books quickly. Now, this process is perfect for you if you don't want to spit out all of your content in like 1 or 2 sittings, which is how I typically teach my clients to do. But today, you can write your book over a couple of weeks by breaking up your writing into manageable chunks. Now, you'll do this and you'll still end up with about 4 hours total if you use the record, transcribe, and edit process. Let me describe what that will look like. For example, you can record 15 minutes of content for 14 days. That's a total of 3.5 hours recording your content, which stays under the 4 hours as promised in my most recent book. Now, all you have left is to transcribe and editing. Now, both of those can be done by someone else. You don't have to do that. So let's discuss how you're going to find that 15 minutes in your schedule because I know you're busy. I'm going to give you 5 steps to help you find the time to get your first draft done. Step 1 is to record your time for a week. Now, the first class of my master's program gave us a time recording exercise. The goal was to determine where we would put our studying into our busy schedules, kind of like finding the time to write. Now, you must do the same thing with your writing schedule. So just keep it simple. Here's what I mean. Simply write down what you do every 30 minutes from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. No more, no less. That's it. Number 2, choose a habit. I want you to look over your time log. Where do you see habits that you could attach a 15-minute writing sprint to it? And are there any activities in your day that you could do without for a few weeks? Some of my writers are certain series, Netflix, or things that I like to write. We'll stop that for a little while they're writing, such as that. So choose a couple of those spots in your day to create your new writing habit. Number 3, write an if-then statement. This is an intention statement. An if-then statement is a performance hack you can use in almost every area of your life. Now, as the story goes, about 91% of participants in a study stayed with their if-then plans compared to less than 40% who did not have a plan. Now get this. The study's focus was on exercise programs. So if an if-then statement can get people off their butts to exercise, then it can get your butt in a seat to write. See what I did there? Peter Galwitz, or easy for me to say, the psychologist who coined the term, analyzed 94 studies and found if-then statements significantly increase success rates for those that use them. Obviously, I'm drilling this into your head for a reason. But to put that in numbers, some researchers report that you are 2 or 3 times as likely to succeed if you use them. So here's how you're going to do that. The statement is simply, if I do X, then I will do Y. You're going to replace the X with one of those habits that you chose in the previous step. Replace the Y with record a predetermined portion of my book for 15 minutes. Number 4, commit to the work. Now, you need to write down your if-then statement and commit to it. And I'm serious. Write it down. It's a critical piece of the research. You must write it down. I think I've said it enough now. Then give that commitment to someone you trust to hold you to your word. Now, if you were my student or a client, then you'd use me as your accountability partner, which leads to the final step. Number 5, check in with an accountability partner. Now, there's more research out of California pointing to significant increases in goal achievement when you turn over your written goals to someone and report in regularly to them. I wrote about those in my Overcoming Procrastination book and the 4-Hour book. Now, I won't go into more detail here, but it's true. You read about it in the book. But it's also why sales teams have daily check-ins. And if you don't think you need the accountability partner, then you probably already have your book done. I'm just saying. So here's your recap. Number 1, record your time for a week. Number 2, choose a habit. Number 3, write an if-then statement. Number 4, commit to the work. And number 5, check in with an accountability partner. Now, we went through the science portion. I didn't forget about the spiritual element. So here it is. Ancient text reads, write the vision and make it plain so that whomever reads it can run with it. Sounds pretty close to writing a statement about your intentions and giving it to someone who would chase you down if you don't do it. Look, don't hate me. Don't hate the messenger. I'm just having some fun with one of my favorite pieces of wisdom, okay? If you know that scripture, you know what I'm talking about. Now, if you want to chat about what it would look like to work with me, either in a group or a one-on-one setting to get your book done, drop the words free call in the comments below this video and we can talk about it. That being said, you can have anything you want in this world. You just got to believe. You can live a life of no doubt, just blessings, and I will show you how. But always remember this. You're only one book away from your next breakthrough in your life or in your business. So go out there and make life happen every day. God bless, and I'll talk to you next time.